Morning, ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to have a look at the 121B, and we're actually going to do some live gameplay. So this could go horribly wrong, and it could, the sound may be dodgy in some places, but I thought, you know, a live gameplay on a tank like the 121B is pretty much what it needed, because the tank is hit and miss, to be honest. It's personally, I don't really see the point in owning this if you do have the 121, which is a tech tree version, and in my opinion, a much better tank than the 121B. But it still has its advantages. It is still a good tank. But yeah, I don't think compared to the 121, I don't think it is better than that. So we're going to have a look at the stats of the tank, and then we will get into some gameplay. So before we get into the stats, you can buy this tank for 15,000 gold, which, to be honest, for a tier 10 is a fair price. 15,000 gold is actually a really good price for a tier 10 tank. Now, it does, however, have a nice turret at 240 millimeters, and the hull is 120. Now the DPM is actually good on the thing at 3,464. That is a 6-second reload, penetration 245 on your AP and 300 on your heat. So I would probably run it, to be honest, with calibrated shells. Well, it goes up to 330. Obviously, your DPM does drop by around 200, almost 250. So I mean, it's up to you. You can go for the DPM, or you could go for the calibrated shells. Personally, I do run it with the rammer, but that's just me. You can run it with calibrated shells if you wish. So yeah, 3,464 DPM isn't so bad. It's actually quite good for a medium tank. You do have the nice alpha gun as well, 350 on your AP, 300 on your heat, and 400 on your HE. Aim time is really, really good at 2.5, and the dispersion is not so bad at 0.308. However, it does only have 6 degrees of gun depression with 56 kilometers per hour speed. So on paper, the stats is actually really good, to be honest. I love the camouflage. I really do love this, the camouflage. I think it suits the tank. The invincible camouflage, honestly, I do think it suits the tank, and it looks absolutely fantastic. So for 15,000 gold, there is a couple of offers in the store. One of them I wouldn't recommend, where, and again, I hate what Wargaming do here, where you can either buy the tank, you can see there, you can buy the tank for 20k gold, and on top of that, you do get some Chinese container crates, you do get the camouflage, and you do get the avatar and a few other things. So 20,000 gold, to be honest, even for that, I do think that is a good price. Again, you can either buy just with the camouflage at 15,000 gold, so which again is actually a really good price because you're getting it with the camouflage. However, I would have liked Wargaming, because I don't think they've done it here, is to sell the tank without the camouflage, because then if you think 15,000 gold with the camouflage, if they sell it without the camouflage, it will be even cheaper, like maybe 12.5k gold. So I wish they would have sold it without the camouflage as well. But the one thing I wouldn't do is the crate. So you could either buy the crate there, the 121B container, for £20. This isn't worth it, to be honest. £20, and you'll either get the tank or you will get 8,500 gold. Just buy, if you're going to do that, you might as well just buy the tank for 15k gold. So yeah, let's get into the game. Some people love it. I mean, Droodles spoke about the tank in one of his previous videos, saying how different it is to the 121. Again, I think it is very similar. It is very similar. It doesn't have the 420 alpha that the 121 has got, but I prefer the 121 over the 121B. I just think it's a better tank. It's obviously the 121B looks much better. It does look much better, but yeah, I just think if there's better tanks to choose from when it comes to tier 10 medium tanks. So let's get into it now. Straight away, you can see the medium tank. Holy sugar! I didn't mean to do that. The medium tank has gone to base B there, so I should be over this side of the map all on my own. I should. I might not. I might get absolutely ripped apart. So I'm going to sit here and I am going to get the base, because the enemy are capping base A and they are capping base B as well. So I think it's quite important that I do catch this base. And then after that, it is important just to get around. Now, the TVP there, you can see, has lost most of his hit points. I'm just going to sit here because there is a T57 there, which I could get rid of. And you can see the alpha there, 419 alpha, is pretty nice for a medium tank. Very, very nice. So now I'm going to ignore that guy because he is going to get taken away, and that is one tank down. And we know that the TVP is very, very low hit points. Now, I know that there is a T95 this side of the map. Now, I'm not quite sure where the grill is. The grill could be at the back, but I'm just going to go in the middle here because I might be able to almost get the shot on this TVP, which not quite. So I'm just going to sit here and get whatever. I'm going to get whatever I can take. There's no point me going forward unless I get shot from the grill, but I might as well just sit here. I'll get a nice bounce. You can see you can get some bounces in this tank when you are hold down. So the armor profile is actually not too bad. So I'm just going to go here. And to be honest, this seems like a pretty easy game. We know that there's going to be a grill at the back where that IS-8 was. So we might as well just push here. So there is the the Yo. Look at this team. Absolutely perfect team here from the enemy team. At this point, I don't even mind getting shot from this grill if he does decide to shoot me. And there he is. Yeah, we're just going to push forward to this grill. Nice easy game. Nice easy game. No problem whatsoever. And you can just see there, look at that, 658 damage with the fire. So very, very easy game there. No problems whatsoever, and we can get the kill. So yeah, I mean, we didn't even get challenged. We didn't even get challenged there. So when you don't get challenged, of course, it's not a bad little tank. Any tank that doesn't get challenged is not a bad tank. And you can see we easily got 3k damage. And because of the DPM is nice, just like all the other mediums. But with this tank, if you do come up against tanks like the T62, the T22, I just think that at most of the time, 9 out of 10, the T62s and the Object 140s will probably come off better. Unless you are in a hold down position, then again, you can get those bounces. But we didn't really get attacked there. It was very, very easy. I mean, apart from the Conway there, the team was a pretty nice team. But that could have been much different. If the TVP would have come my side of the map, then I think that would have been much different. But it just goes to show the feel of the tank. I mean, it is a nice tank. Most tier 10s are nice tanks. I'm not going to lie. They are. They're all right. But I just feel with this tank in particular, I feel that there is better tanks to choose from when it comes to tier 10 mediums. And I don't think you should spend, even though 15,000 gold is a fair price, unless you're a collector, then I just feel that the 121 can do anything really the 121B can do, but better. With the gun depression, you can see this tank has the same amount of gun depression. It has around about the same DPM. I mean, 3,200. But again, if you're going to run it with the rammer, then you're almost about the same DPM as the 121B. However, you do have the higher alpha gun. The turret as well on this thing is absolutely incredible. Again, 240 millimeters, pretty much the same. So yeah, they're both very similar. They are both very similar tanks. However, the 121B has the lower alpha gun, and the 121 has an higher alpha. So if you are humming and hawing, like, do I buy it? Do I not? If you like the 121, then yes, you're probably going to like the 121B. But are you going to play it as much as you play the 121? Probably not. And that is what you need to think of before you spend any money in this game. And that's what I used to never do, but that is what I do quite regularly now. Now I'm getting older, I've grown up. I sit there, and when a premium tank comes for sale, before I was a collector and I just bought everything. Now I sit there, look at it and think, will I play this tank? Will I play it often? If I'm only going to play it to get the mastery badge, then probably I'm not going to play it at all after that. And the 121B is kind of like that. That is it. Like, once you get the mastery, it's not a go-to tank. That's the thing. It's not a go-to tank, and that is what I look for when I buy tanks now. Is it a go-to tank that you can do well in, that you can have fun in, and you can win games? And I'm afraid I wouldn't put the 121B in that category, but each to their own. Everyone has their own opinion. If you want to spend 15,000 gold, it is a fair price and it is a nice tank, but I just think that it's not really worth buying. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm meadsy69 and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With